because last week we spoke briefly about it, about lazy people.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that, you know, we have thoughts on it, we have our own opinions on it, but I want to get your opinion a bit, especially in the lazy people in overall sense of, you know, going for success in the personal or professional setting. Like, what's your take on the whole aspect?
At soccer, actually, perfect example. When I was a coach, people leave their clothes behind. How do you leave your clothes behind? How can you forget that? And then like 3 months later, oh yeah, that was mine. How do you forget something like that? That's what laziness does. That mindset. It's not so much about cleaning, even though like certain things is part of success or having a successful mindset. It shows discipline. You know, like putting your dishes away, or
of course.
That's all just teaching discipline. But the thing is that people don't do it anymore, because what's happened is they're not kids anymore. So their parents aren't telling them what to do, so they think they can go do whatever they want because they're an adult now, and it always happens. But what they don't realize is they're still being kids, because what they're doing is they're rebelling against a cause. And that cause is whether it's, oh, I need this handed in by this time. That's what I mean by laziness also, is if you've got a deadline about something, get to that deadline. And you know what I mean? Like, don't get to the deadline and do it.
Yeah, and that's that's something I saw at university days. You saw people.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing.
People get so lazy to the point that I'll leave it off for tomorrow. And to the point that you've got another 2 days before it's due.
Oh yeah. And
all of a sudden you snap out of it and you start getting to work, and you're realizing that why don't I do this earlier is because you had that mindset of, oh no, I don't want to do it. Can't be stuffed. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Leave it off for tomorrow. And then you realise that it's, you know, too little too late.
Yeah, it is.
And then you realise that, oh, well, I'm not getting the marks is because you're not being productive. You're not
doing anything, really. You're just fucking around.
You're just fucking around. Yeah. You're just fucking around. And that's the thing that, you know, what bugs me with lazy people is that they get to a certain point that they know they can do it, but they convince themselves out of it so much that they don't even get up and go do it themselves. Why? Is because they've stacked up against why I should do it in the first place. What's it going to give me? When it doesn't give them nothing, it's like, oh, I'll leave for another time.
Yeah, well, it is that because they don't see that it benefits them in the short term. So it's like nothing benefits you in the short term, man. It really doesn't. Like,
no.
One thing I realized is being a life coach and being in this realm and being a corporate trainer and stuff like that.
Sort of stuff. Yeah.
The most lessons I learnt was having my own team and my own team at soccer, and the things that I just saw, I was like, how is this even possible? It gave me a kick up the ass, because I was like, oh, I need to be at this point. Even like someone chasing a ball, you know, they'll just watch the ball and they won't even like run after it.
That is watching.
Because what I've realized it is, and I think it's I'm not going to say the answer to it, but it's part of the equation to the answer of it.
Yeah.
It's fatigue. Mental fatigue, emotional fatigue, physical fatigue. The 3 Fs.
Of course. Yeah.
You're a fuckwit and you're shit. You can't say that. So you got to be very professional. So I would say it's emotional fatigue, emotional fatigue, mental fatigue, and physical fatigue. So say, for example, you're chasing a ball, kind of don't give 100%, because what happens is in your mind, your mind says, yeah, but if you run after that, you won't have enough on the way back. So I really think it's those 3 things where you get so fatigued and so much gets stuck in your head that you have an outburst, and the outburst is either you react to it in an angrily way, or
out of fear as well.
Or you react to it in a way that it kind of keeps you stuck.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I don't know what to do. So it's like, you know, one thing I realized was, like, for example, if someone doesn't know something, they just won't ask. You know what I mean? So that's I believe is part of laziness. People's work ethic is just ridiculous. How about today, before we got this, like, I went to bed at like 3:30 in the morning because I was streaming all night, and I could have easily said, I'm tired today, I'm too busy. I don't know, made up some shit.
Yeah.
I was up ready to go again. Like, you know what I mean? But people won't do that because it's like, no, but I need that extra sleep. I need that extra this. I need that extra that. And it's like you need,
and they need it. They need that something before anything can start.
But yeah, people need. I need that Red Bull. I need my cigarette before I go. I need to eat 5 kilos of meat before I start. Yeah. I need to do this. It's like, can't you just go and do it? Like my grandma, God bless her, to this day,
Gets up and goes.
And my thing is that, you know, some people are like, why don't you help her? We do help her.
Yeah.
But the thing is that that's her freedom. That's her way of keeping going. Keeping busy.
And the thing is, like, again, my grandparents as well. Every time I go see them, they're always busy. They always keep themselves occupied and working. Why? It's because they know that they don't want the day to be wasted. They know they can't just sit and do nothing. They have to go do something to keep themselves occupied. And there's a lot of people out there who know they should be doing stuff, but they end up not doing it.
No, in their head, it's like, well, what's the point anyway?
Yeah, what's the point?
I'm not going to get anything out of it. They won't. That's what I think holds people back, because they cannot visually see them succeeding at it, or they'll see the big picture, but they won't believe it's true.
And you look at it with lazy people as well, for sports as well. Another great example. For what you told me before, when it came to the soccer coaching and all that sort of stuff, and what I've seen, it's just there's people out there who just can't be stuffed. There's people that, you know, who rock up and it's like, oh, I'm just here for the sake of being here. Yeah,
that's a thing. That's one thing. Like when I say to people, it's fine to have a normal job, as long as you're showing 100% each. It is work ethic at the end of the day, but people want to know, if I put this amount in, will I get anything back?
And that's
never do things. Last night, this guy on my stream came up and said, if I gave you £30 to, which is like $60 Australian, I was like, yeah, alright, to donate, opening packs. I'm like, yeah, go, here's the link, whatever, donate. And he's like, yeah, but what am I going to get in return? And I just said it straight out to him. Don't offer things if you want something in return. You're not going to get anywhere, mate.
That's more of that business transaction.
It is. It's a business transaction.
If you're not expecting something, that you're doing it out of nothing. You're doing it out of love or passion. But when you're doing something out for that in return, like, oh, I'm going to do this for you, I need something in return, then it's just strictly business.
It is.
Which doesn't work. Your mindset knowing that, oh, okay, I want to get to this goal by this time or whenever, and you go, well, your mind starts looking for areas, well, how can we get there quicker? It's not making you lazy. At least you've gotten up and done something about it, and the brain will do anything about it to actually get you to the overall end goal. But there's some people out there who have a goal in mind and they still sit on the couch and then just convince themselves out of it.
They don't even convince themselves out of it. They convince themselves that they have this certain reality.
Yeah.
You know, that it kind of exists. It's like they act like they're millionaires, but they are. Yeah, people don't want that. People want to make sure they tell people
they're doing something.
They're doing something. They need to tell you that they're doing something. You know, like I was saying in the other video, hey, how's your day? I went to the gym. That's not answering my question. You didn't say, I'm good. You know, you described how your day is. You didn't actually say to me what you... I didn't ask, hey, what did you do today? People want to tell people what they're doing, and it's a topic of discussion that you know, we're going to get into, but it's those people that seek approval.
Yeah, of course.
You know, they want to be accepted. It all comes... I personally think it all comes back to what's your biggest fear? You know, is it the fear of not being loved, the fear of not being accepted? If your biggest fear is like, you know, I want to be accepted, well, then your whole life you're going to search for meaning and resources and situations that way. Like, I owe you one.
Yeah.
You owe me. Remember? Remember?
Of course.
I gave you that $1. You should give me $2 back. Like, what the fuck? If you're gonna give me $1, man, don't give it to me if you wanted it back in the first place. You know, unless it was. If I come to you and ask for money, that's different. But if you say, here's $5. It's like, you know, you're going up to a homeless person, right? Giving them money, or a busker, someone, you know, playing music, right? Putting in $5. 2 weeks later, coming back and going, hey, do you have $5? You know, the one that I gave you 2 weeks ago. Doesn't make any sense. So,
and things with lazy people as well, you know, for them to get out of the, you know, with what me and Soddy do, again, we talk about all these sort of topics, but we come to a sort of conclusion of, you know, well, what's the best solution for lazy people? What I found was, you've got to make your overall end goal so big and so powerful that it literally gets you off the couch and gets you doing something to go and off and pursue it. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there, there's a lot of network marketers and coaches out there who won't go to the extra step or the going to the absolute limit of getting with what they want to get, because it's like, you know, I'm fine with what I've got, that's it. And they stop growing, they stop increasing their life. And I always find that, you know, and then what happens is they go down this downward spiral of just not doing anything at all, and they just quit on it, and they say, you know what, I'm pretty much done, I'm done, that's it. And I just find that once you've hit that goal, you find, all right, how am I going to go to the next phase or the next level?
Yeah.
And it's sort of asking the question, can I do better than this? The answer is always going to be yes. But if you're willing enough to get off of your ass and go do something about it, it's a people.